So, recently, a viral discussion online showed Black Americans reacting to reports that some Somali immigrants in Minnesota could face deportation. The reactions ranged from serious to humorous to deeply critical, and the internet hasn't stopped talking about it. But behind every joke and viral clips, there is much bigger story. Let's break it down. Watch these clips and then I'll come back with more comments.
Agents take a Somali woman into custody in Minnesota. A crowd quickly surrounds them. Tensions rise. What's your take?
We tried to tell y'all 20 years ago when y'all started mass immigrating to Minnesota that something would happen to your youth. But you guys chose to take that moment and talk about how lost and how violent and how uneducated our youth was. You guys took that opportunity when we were trying to tell you that something is going on with the system in Minnesota that causes minority youth to go crazy and basically out of their mind with war and hate. We try to tell y'all, right? 20 years ago, probably more than 20 years ago, we tried to tell y'all. Y'all took the opportunity to tell us how out of control our black kids was and how lost they is and how better y'all is than us, right? Now look at it. Every time I turn on the news, y'all kids is on there shooting up schools, shooting up parties, shooting up malls, shooting up blocks, shooting up everything. It's almost like y'all brought that warrior, fighter, civil war stuff that's over there in y'all country. It's almost like y'all brought it here. And we tried to tell y'all, invest in community things for the children. We tried to tell y'all, invest in after school places for the children. We tried to tell y'all, invest in mentorship for the children. But guess what? Y'all ain't do it because y'all didn't want our little black kids involved, right? Right? Now look at you. Y'all done bought up the Boys and Girls Clubs over in Minneapolis, planning on turning them into housing when really y'all need to turn them back into Boys and Girls Clubs so these kids can have somewhere safe to go where there are mentors that are going to help guide them into the right path for life. Let's talk about that. Y'all steadily building malls. Y'all steadily building housing. Y'all forgetting about schools for the kids. Y'all just then left them kids behind, huh? Y'all ain't even care about y'all kids. That's why y'all was talking shit about ours, huh? Now look at y'all, gotta backtrack. And y'all really need to link up with the other minorities on this, more specifically the black ones, because we've been trying to tell y'all for 20 years that they done took the trades out the school. We done tried to tell y'all for 20 years that they done took all the community centers up out of the neighborhoods. We've been trying to tell y'all for years that they took all the programs and camps away from the churches. We've been trying to tell y'all that we seen the demise of our kids happening before our eyes while we are being oppressed and can barely do anything about it. Y'all came over here, y'all got them government grants. Y'all using all of our government money to bring more people here, but y'all ain't doing nothing for the community, and that is exactly why y'all's kids is turning out just like ours. Y'all didn't want to help ours, nobody's gonna save y'all's. I hate to be the breaker of bad news, but the fact of the matter is, we told y'all 20 years ago, but y'all was too busy. Oh, we're better. Y'all too busy doing that shit, right? Than to be listening and planning, huh? Now look at y'all. This administration on y'all ass, about to start redlining y'all, about to start taking everything away that they let y'all build. And look at y'all, didn't even build nothing for the kids. And now your kids is lost. And now they about to start filling up the prisons with them. They're not going to send y'all kids back to Somalia. They're going to start filling up the prison so they can get free labor out of y'all.
A series of high-tension encounters occurred between Somali residents and federal agents, ICE and DHS, during a massive immigration crackdown. A group of Somali man and woman show no fear stepping towards ICE agent telling them to leave and go away, while Somali residents confronting ICE agents who approached them. The agents retreated to their vehicles and fled the scene.
So I know everybody heard about Donald Trump sending Somalians home by March 17th. They all got to be gone. I'm mad as fuck. I'm not even gonna lie, man. These white people always bothering somebody, yo. I know I talk shit about the Somalians, but damn, yo. You know what I mean? Shit just make me want to buy whatever property y'all got for cheap. If y'all got any property, I'll buy that shit. Let me know. And I want to know, by the way, who get the keys to the Leering Center? I want it because I got a bunch of kids, and I know they kids got kids now. So I needed some way to bring all these badass kids. And is there any Congress positions for sale? I know a lot of y'all were senators in Minnesota and shit like that. So if y'all got any positions for sale, let me know, man. I'll see y'all later, man. I'll be down there to visit.
So first, let's understand the background. So Minnesota is a home to one of the largest Somali communities in the United States. Over the past few decades, thousands of Somalis settled there after leaving their country due to civil conflicts. So many built businesses, community centers, and even cultural organizations. Cities like Minneapolis and St. Paul now have Somali restaurants, markets, and neighborhoods that reflect that growth. So when discussions about deportation and immigration enforcement started circulating again, it naturally got a lot of attention. And once it reached social media, the reactions started pouring in. Some of the most viral reactions came from Black Americans sharing their opinion online. And interestingly, many of these reactions mixed humor with serious commentary. Some people joked about cultural misunderstandings between African Americans and African immigrants. Others said that the conversation revealed something many people don't talk about, that the Black diaspora in America isn't one single cultural group. There are different histories, different traditions, and sometimes different political views. That's why some viewers found the interaction funny, while others felt the situation was too serious for people to joke about. Either way, the clips quickly spread across social media platforms.
Hey, good evening, guys. Excuse my voice. I got a little cold. Hey, Somalians. What happened? You thought you knew America, huh? Y'all talk like this country is yours. Y'all talk like y'all running this country. Y'all really thought that you was free in America. Ooh. Y'all really thought y'all was free to do anything you want in America, right? What you said? We ain't going nowhere. I see ICE out there in Minnesota. What happened? I see crying and screaming. What's going on? Yeah, because you thought you knew America. You called us all types of names. But one thing about Black Americans, oh boy, do we know America. We know when people are being used. We been there. Y'all keep saying, y'all next. No, we was first. So you really think you know America? This is just the beginning. You ain't seen nothing yet. Get ready to go get those flies back flying around your mouth. And your ribs sticking out. And your belly bigger than your head. You'll see. You'll see. Don't say I ain't tell you.
So Immigration enforcement in the US is complicated. Some cases involve visa issues, some involve asylum status, others involve legal violations that trigger deportation proceedings. Because of that, situations can vary widely, person to person. And this is why immigration debates often become heated. People bring very different perspectives about law, fairness, and even humanitarian concerns. Some online discussions also mention economic success within parts of the Somali community in Minnesota. There have also been widely reported investigations in recent years involving fraud cases connected to certain organizations. Authorities have pursued charges in some of these situations. However, it is important to remember that legal cases involve individuals or specific groups, not an entire community. So, large immigrant communities, like any population group, include people with many different backgrounds and experiences. The nuance sometimes gets lost when debates move into social media.
The fact that a community with a combined IQ of about 63 was able to finesse the United States government out of tens of billions of dollars with no oversight or accountability is insane to me, because I can't even go tax exempt all year without the threat of fucking the IRS coming and getting me and locking me up and seizing all my assets. Like, what are we paying taxes for? I guarantee you that about 90% of our debt is fraud. It's enriching others. And we are literally the purse and the slaves of the fucking world. And none of our politicians care because they're in on it too.
Another topic that kept coming up in reactions was a relationship between African Americans and African immigrants. Some commenters said these communities feel culturally distant from each other. Others said there are actually many positive partnership and collaborations happening in cities like Minneapolis. Community leaders in Minnesota have often encouraged dialogue between groups, emphasizing shared experiences and common goals. And for many people living there, daily life includes cooperation in schools, workforces, and even neighborhoods. But online discussions don't always show that side of the story. Also, some commenters pointed out that immigrant communities sometimes support different political candidates depending on economical or even social issues that matters to them. When immigration enforcement becomes a political issue, these choices can suddenly become part of a bigger debate. And once politics enter the conversation, social media discussions can become even more intense. So, why did these reactions spread so quickly? There are three different reasons. First, immigration is already one of the most debated topics in the country. Second, discussions about identity and cultures tend to get strong emotional responses. And third, humor and blunt commentary tend to travel very fast online. So when those three things combine, a video can go viral almost overnight. So I'm curious what you guys think. Do you believe social media helps people understand complicated issues like immigration better? Or does it sometimes turn serious conversation to viral entertainment? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. And if you found this breakdown helpful, make sure you hit the subscribe button to join our family. And remember to turn on the notification bell so that you get notified anytime I upload a video. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.